Tony accidentally spilled ketchup on himself. When he turned around, he was shocked to see his mom pointing the camcorder at him. He quickly begged Daisy to delete the video. Daisy nodded and agreed, but as she went to delete it, she accidentally hit the rewind button. In that instant, everything around them started moving backward. Time reversed all the way to the moment Tony picked up the ketchup. Stunned, Daisy stared in disbelief. She tried to remember what had just happened and explained it to her son, but Tony just looked at her. Completely confused, Daisy let out a breath, thinking maybe she was just imagining things. Their odd conversation, however, caught the attention of a nearby cop. A wave of unease crept over Daisy, and she quickly ushered Tony out of the diner. They hadn't driven far when sirens wailed behind them. Tony pulled the car over in a panic. Daisy reminded him to stay calm and be polite. Tony rolled down the window and was shocked. The same cop from the diner was now standing outside their car. Daisy explained they were just headed to drop Tony off at college, but the officer only asked if there were any weapons in the vehicle. Daisy smiled and assured him there weren't. Then the officer spotted the camcorder. He lunged for it in anger. In the chaos, Daisy's hand hit the rewind button again. Time reversed once more. Everything around her zipped backward in fast motion. When it stopped, Daisy found herself back at the moment Tony picked up the camera. She frantically asked Tony where the cop had gone, but again, he looked at her, totally clueless. Now even more alarmed, Daisy told him to pull over. Just then, the sirens returned. Tony tried to flag down the officer, thinking his mom needed help, but Daisy froze when she saw it was the same cop again. The officer ignored Tony's pleas and ordered them to exit the highway. Tony stood on his ground, frustrated. That's when the cop pulled out his gun and aimed it at Tony. Terrified, Daisy slammed the rewind button again, and just like before, time rolled back. But this time, they were back in the diner. She looked around in panic, and there he was again, the same cop, glaring at them with the same look of disdain. Daisy immediately told Tony they needed to leave. If they could get out before the cop finished breakfast, maybe they could escape this. Luckily, this time the cop didn't follow them. They eventually found a motel and decided to rest. Daisy finally felt like they were safe, until there was a knock at the door. Tony opened it, and standing there once again, was the same cop.